3, 2, 1. Servus, grüezi, and welcome not to the best, your favorite podcast with your favorite people host, your favorite breaking show. And this time we have a wonderful guest all the way from beautiful Germany. Please make some noise for my sister Ina.
Warte, ich muss reinsliden. Yeah! What's up,
Yes.
everybody?
Oh, welcome. First of all, thank you for taking your time. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Yes.
Thank you so much for having me.
And Ina is not a B-girl or a B-boy. No, she is a famous locking dance. Yes. And as you know, as a viewer here at your favorite breaking show, we cover all the dance. Yeah, we want to spread knowledge for all the people, all the styles in our culture, and especially the people I like. Yeah, so if you're dope, you have a good story, I don't like you, you won't be my show. Yeah, so Ina, and first of all, we always, like you say, we give the flowers. Yes. So shout outs to you. Always good vibes, always smiling, positive energy. When you dance, you really dance. I said the last Origins podcast with Popping Mike, a good dancer is somebody when I watch them dance and they make me want to dance. So
Yeah.
when I watch you dance, I want to dance. So shout outs to you, and here is your virtual flowers.
Oh, thank you so much. They're beautiful. I want to thank my mom and everybody. Cool. Thank you so much for this nice intro.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're very welcome. So, Ina, I forget where did we meet each other first time? What event?
Oh my God.
In
I
Switzerland?
really, somewhere in Switzerland, I think maybe in Lausanne, maybe in Zurich,
Was it with Jose's event?
au-delà de préjugés.
Oh, de la Depression.
Can be,
It was it?
can be, yes. Eventually, because back in the days, I spent a lot of time in Switzerland actually, so it can be, yes.
Yes, yes. But for everybody who doesn't know, are you born in Germany?
No, I'm from Central Asia actually.
She's a
So
she's an Asian lady. Yes.
yeah, exactly. So I was coming to Germany 1991. So I basically grew up here and
Uh-huh. So you came as a child to
as a baby, yes.
as a baby, nice.
Yeah.
So you can still speak the native tongue of your parents in the Central Asia area?
Very bad. Everybody laughs about me.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, I try though.
But at least you can communicate.
Yeah, yeah, that's the most
So
important. I will get some water and some bread if I'm there.
this is
So
what I wanted to say. You can ask for food and drink, right?
yes,
Okay.
exactly.
So super. So you go to school in Germany, of course, then.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes. So when did you remember the first time you see something that was hip hop culture related? Was it a song? Was it a dance, a video?
Oh, let me tell you something, young boy. Back in the days, no, actually, it's pretty easy to answer this because I used to play keyboard,
Ah,
so I was already kind of interested in instruments and music and stuff.
nice.
But someday I saw some girls in school who listened to R&B music. It was like 2001 or something, and they were dancing in the breaks, and I was like, "Oh my God, what is this? That's so fresh!" And they did some choreographies from music videos,
Ah,
and every lunch break they did it like on the schoolyard, and I was like, "Oh my God, I want to know them." They were older,
mhm.
and then I don't know, I just went there with my friend and we started talking and connecting to them. And then they
Hmm.
started like a hip hop choreography class in school where they did those videos.
Okay.
So
What
that was my
city are we talking?
it's actually a very small village close to Frankfurt.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so it's central Germany
Okay.
basically. And yeah, yeah, that was it.
Nice. And then you started dancing hip hop.
Yes, I was a choreography dancer and I
Ah,
really enjoyed.
so you just learned choreographies from other people.
Yeah, it was like B2K and all these
Nice.
whatever Cisco and all those
This,
dances from the music videos,
yes,
which was yeah,
this era had
2000.
a lot of impact on me. I started 2000 dancing, breaking.
Yeah,
And this era had so much impact on me, still here, how I dress, how I talk, what music I listen to. So it's
same.
I can know exactly I'm there. I'm there with you. So
Yeah.
When did you start tapping into other dances from our culture?
So when I did this thing in school, a girl from my neighborhood, she said, "Oh, there's another hip hop class in our neighborhood. It's like in a studio." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, so let's go there." And I was already a little bit like ignorant because I thought, "Ah, I'm already good in choreography with
Ah, young
my
Ina.
what? I think I was 12 years old. And then we went to the first hip hop class in my neighborhood, and the guy was a b-boy, and he was very, very, very good dancing. And I was so impressed. And I was like, oh my God, I'm such a bad dancer. Like, he brought me back to reality, and I decided to learn what he was teaching. So he did
Hmm.
popping, locking, breaking, obviously, and hip hop.
Ah, he had many classes.
Yeah, like he did choreography sometimes, but also freestyle.
You
So
remember his name?
Chero Abdo, and I will always tell his name because he was my first teacher, and I
He's
love
he's
him.
still dancing?
No, unfortunately not, but he is. We're still in contact, and I love him till death.
Ah, so
He's
he was never like a big name in the scene, battling, winning, stuff like this?
Oh my God, Chero, you didn't hear that. No, I'm just kidding. No, no, of course he was a b-boy. He was going to Battle of the Year and all these
Ah,
kind of
okay, cool.
type
Okay, okay.
events with his crew. With Two Face, by the way, from Germany as
Ah, I know
well,
him.
and
The pop
Bloy
dancer.
and bit, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
with all the guys from Munich. So he was
Nice,
pretty connected,
nice.
and yeah, that's why I was very lucky meeting
Ah,
him.
so you try all the different types of the dances in our culture.
At the beginning, yes, but I fell in love with breaking, so I started breaking.
Look, I didn't knew that.
Yeah.
I didn't knew that, and you're in your favorite breaking show. You see, so it is a sign that I had a great idea to bring you. So you were first Bgirl Ina.
Yes.
Ah!
Yes. Oh my God.
So what was your first Bgirl moves you could do?
Oh my God. So obviously I was into top rock at the beginning and
Nice.
later like the normal six-step kind of stuff, then baby freeze and then air freeze, then
Of
later
course, all
scorpion.
the basics, right?
Yeah, like basic stuff and
And,
freezes. But yeah, I had an injury.
oh
That's why I had to
no.
stop.
So it happened during practice, the injury?
During a show actually, because I
Oh,
was very young at that time. And so when I met this guy, when I met Chiro, I was 12. So I was breaking maybe like for 3, 4 years. And we went to every event, like every event in Germany. And yeah, I loved it. But then I was too cool to stretch and stuff.
oh my God.
So I dislocated my shoulder while
Oh.
having a performance. So I couldn't.
You did a freeze or you did
A
a,
scorpion, like
like a bridge?
the this one, when you
A
like,
hollow bag.
no, not hollow back, but the don't you call it Scorpio anymore? Scorpion?
Scorpion? Are
This
you
one?
you mean on your head in the
The
back
head and the
and
arms
the
here.
legs are in the air?
Yeah, like
So
this.
that's a head hollow bag.
Ah, head hollow back. Oh,
Yes,
I
or
learned it as
invert or invert. We call it invert too.
okay. See,
Invert
that's
or
a
hollow
long
bag.
time ago.
Yes.
But yes, and I dislocated.
Scheiße. But in general, girls are more flexible, right?
I used to, I guess. I used to, yes.
Fuck. And then you injured your shoulder and you had to pause for a long time?
Yeah, for like I don't know how many months. I don't remember. It's too long ago.
Oh,
But
that
yeah,
hurts. So young, and then you have to stop for so many times, so long time.
yeah.
And then you never tried breaking again?
Oh, actually, yes. I from time to time because when I couldn't use my arms, I practiced more top rocking.
Ah, nice.
So I don't know. I always fell in love with funk music and also the movements. So I still went to practice and I saw the b-boys, b-girls, the few b-girls back in the days in my neighborhood.
Hmm.
But I still always went there and tried top rocks, and then I mixed other things like just to be moving.
Okay, okay, okay. So you had the urge to dance and find something.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
loved it so much. And when did you realize, hey, locking, this is my shit?
So while I was injured or when I was on my way to recovery, I saw one day in Gießen, it's another city I moved later on. Um, I saw this guy in the basement in the breaking session, and he looked so funny. Like he had a striped shirt and a hat, and he was very tall and skinny, and he danced super strange. And I was like, what the what is that? And yet it was interesting as he was dancing to funk music with all the b-boys.
Mhm.
And I asked him like, "Yo, what's your name?" And his name's Jan. Actually, he doesn't dance anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, I was like, "Teach me, what is this?" And he said, "It's called locking." And I'm like, "Okay, show me some moves." So I started slowly, and it was kind of natural, and it was nice. So yeah, that was
Yes.
the first time.
Nice. It's so crazy. Just a random guy, like,
Yeah.
and this without this, he gave you everything.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah, I really appreciate that because
So
all the
crazy.
connections, the network, the sessions we had, and I loved the training sessions. It was nothing better than the breaking sessions we had. Like I really loved that. Yeah.
So, who are some role models or people you used to watch in this time when you start dancing locking?
Mm, locking or in general, like in the
Locking, when you started locking.
you know him, Mr. Lock.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
So I when I started practicing more with this old friend, Jan, he told me about UK B-Boy Championships. And I was like, oh, of course I know that. And he said, oh, they also have locking. And I'm like, really? I never saw that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he showed me the P-Lock and Jimmy Soul versus the Gogo Brothers final, which
Yes.
is epic.
Yeah.
And in this moment, when I saw that video, I was like, oh my God, I fell in love in this exact moment when I saw P-Lock because he was so, so clean and sharp. And wow, this was just until nowadays, he is the GOAT. It is like this. And I thought someday I want to dance like this or be as sharp or.
Mm.
So yeah.
So, was this like a turning, very important moment in your life? Because, like I always say, I start dancing in 2000 because I watched Battle of the Year,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I saw Benny doing 12 alpha,
Benny,
then he
yes.
go back and he start doing locking.
Ah,
I
yeah.
thought, okay, I need to start breaking. And then was All Battles All 2001.
Hmm.
And then I saw Leo from Rocking Attack and he
Hmm.
did a crazy solo. And that was my moment, I think, the same like you had with P-Lock.
So nice.
But when I
Yeah.
saw that, I knew, okay, this is my life. I need to be, after that, I wanted also to do something so everybody goes crazy.
Yeah.
So is that the
It
good
was. It was
comparison?
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like this. And especially, of course, you remember YouTube didn't have many videos, and those were the
Nothing,
first
nothing.
one. Yeah. And yeah, just seeing this, of course, I saw also Salah and Damon Frost and all the Just the Boo things.
Yes, yes.
And this inspired me so much, but still I just fell in love with locking because of the music first and also the discipline you have to have behind all of this. And even though I did hip hop also with my old teacher, or he did some popping things, and nothing catched me so
Yeah.
much. And when I saw Pilok, I was having this awakening like someday I want to be on a stage
Yeah.
like this. And
Yeah.
yeah, this was nice.
So to follow this up, when did you meet Pilok for the first time? Because this is so wonderful about our culture. You
Yeah.
you get inspired
Yeah.
by a superhero in this moment for you,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
can meet them after. You can chill with them, you can eat with them, have jokes with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you meet Pilok first, and did you made it to that stage?
I think, well, I really don't know. I think it was in Funkin' Styles
Okay.
2007.
Mm-hmm.
Something like this. I don't know because the first battle I did in locking was 2005 or 2006,
Mm-hmm.
something like this. And we went to battle of the year every year, and then I even entered this pre-selection for locking, but I was too young and not
Okay. They
experienced,
had
so I didn't.
looking at Battle of the Year?
They had it, yeah. And you remember Salah also did locking there. Yeah.
Also, Vagabonds,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
the
Yes,
crazy.
yes.
Pilog was in Vagabonds crew.
Yeah, exactly. So it was all this time. And I can't tell you exact date, but I think it was Funkenstyles in Germany, 2006, 7, something.
Was that the first time you saw him live in person?
Yeah, I think so.
So you
Yeah.
went up to him, or you was
I
too
don't
shy?
remember, to be honest. I don't remember. I was very shy. I was not the person I am nowadays, but I remember sometime I took a workshop and I always went to Paris at some point. I
Ah, okay.
always took workshops and but yeah, I took his workshops every time he was somewhere.
Nice.
So I had a chance and
Mhm.
then kind of talked. And of course, you want to be recognized like, hi,
Mhm.
I'm from Germany, like this. So yeah, it was a very nice time.
So did you also battle as a B-girl, or was locking your first time you enter a battle?
No, actually, as a Bgirl before,
Okay.
um, don't expect me to be crazy good. I was at the
I mean, you're
beginning
a kid, right? You're a kid at the millennium. You cannot compare it to nowadays, the girls in that.
yeah, yeah,
This is completely different.
yeah, exactly. So I already had my kind of my B-girl stance, and
Yeah.
I understood already kind of what battles are, but locking still was something very new.
Mhm.
So I didn't have the confidence yet. I was more into technique and
Yes, I see.
more like this, and yeah.
So the first battle you entered was a one-on-one, or was it the two-on-two crew?
For locking,
Yes.
it was a 2-on-2
But
with Jan.
is it in general two-on-two battles?
It is not, it used to be more, but nowadays you barely have two on
Because
twos.
I,
Yeah.
I asked this question also last time. Are there, I mean, in breaking,
Mm.
crew battles. This was the first thing,
Yeah.
right? So for the other dances, because back in the day, everything was in the crew, right? When I
Mm.
also started battling, we did locking, we did popping in the show. This was a
Yeah.
normal thing. And then after Juste Boo come, Juste Boo was the big boom, and then everybody going there separate.
Mm.
Is there a crew battle culture in locking? Or they too?
Well, the Spanish organizers, they organize a lot in this kind of way.
Okay.
PLOC also organized like a funk battle open to all funk styles at Pay the Cost to Be the Boss in France.
It was open to all funk styles.
Exactly. But only locking. Oh, it's a very long time. I saw some things in Asia, but it's also a very long time ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's always kind of
So
mixed
general,
feelings.
it's two-on-two or one-on-one.
Yeah, yeah. 2-on-2, not so many anymore.
Okay. So it's more one-on-one now. Ah,
Yeah,
okay. So when you start battling, it's always like a mix, or you are on your own.
exactly. Especially because in Germany we had more all style battles or like nothing specific for locking. And if there was just get to soul, express your style, funkin' styles, or just the woo. So it was only 4 events in the year.
There is also, I think, from all the category dance styles we talk now, locking has the least amount of dances. Is that correct?
Most of the time, yeah. In Europe, yes.
Who has the biggest locking culture?
Asia, definitely Asia. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, of course, it started in the USA. Do you have any knowledge from yourself when it came to Germany?
I think in the 90s around, but I can't tell you exactly the time, like to Germany, because as I said, I was very young and
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just know some OGs like Storm, obviously,
Yeah.
or Bubble Zoo,
Okay.
uh, Popping Hood, Popping Snack, like those kind of generations. They were one of those
Okay.
people who had more knowledge regarding this, but also
Okay.
DJ Crash was one of the B-boys back in the days. He also has more information regarding this when it came to Germany because I was too young at that point. And yeah.
So you start battling. Um, of course, at the beginning, I don't believe you win your first time to battle.
The 2-on-2 one time I won with the first time with Jan. Yeah, it was
Sorry, yeah.
well, no, I'm
But
just kidding.
but you're not unbeaten like Pilok.
No, I'm not.
It's crazy.
Definitely not. This is crazy.
Unbeaten one-on-one. This is crazy. It's like Habib in UFC.
That's
Um,
crazy.
when did you realize, hey, I'm good at this shit. I can smoke everybody.
I think being good is a very relative term because I think you will never feel good enough, kind
Okay,
of,
let me
you
let me
know?
let me let me say it differently. You start to get your first successes, right? Like regularly, you win shit. Was there
Mhm.
a specific moment when you win a specific competition that you told yourself, "Hey, doesn't matter where I go now, I will battle for first place."
To be honest, I My all-time goal was being on stage at Just Debut and Funkenstyles. And I
Okay.
think when I made it to the stages for the first time in Paris or in like the final in Germany,
Yeah.
I think this was the first time I really thought, damn, I really practiced hard and I made it here. So
Oh, so when was your first time Juste Vous?
to well in Paris.
I mean,
Yeah,
what?
yeah. I mean, in Paris, the first time was I think 2014.
Mhm.
No, 14. Ah, yeah, something like this.
Who
Yeah, I
was your
think.
partner?
Bana from Germany as well.
Ah, cool, cool. And what was your best placing in Juste Vous?
We were in quarterfinals actually. Yeah,
Quarterfinals.
that was my best thing, and I think this was the moment. Yeah, and Funkenstyles as well, and
I mean, I guess there you got the best feedback, right?
yeah, I mean, I think so. Yeah,
Also the
um,
most eyes, this is like the biggest battles.
yeah. I think, of course, when I was younger, I was more into this mentality of yeah, I have to show the men in the scene as
So are
well.
you competitive?
I used to be when I was younger,
Okay.
but it kind of stopped at some point. I think after Just Debut, I had my goals and I was like, no, I want to show everybody that girls can be also like this and la la
Yeah.
la. And I was more like, I was not loose on my mind. I was more like, and I stood in front of my own way, I have to say. So after Just Debut, I felt very empty, I have to say. I was like, okay, and now?
Yeah, it's like people talk about they reach their goals and then
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. So I got
Mhm.
more quiet after, I think, and tried to find new challenges for me. And also, I think it's important to understand that I didn't understand in this moment that battling is only like a little thing in this whole culture.
Of
And
course, it's
there's
just an aspect of it. It's just a part.
exactly, and there was so much more to it. And I didn't understood it at that time. So when I achieved my personal goals,
Mhm.
I understood kind of, damn, this doesn't fulfill me. I need something different.
Yes, yes.
And then I moved. Yeah.
Mhm. I mean, when you're young, you're kind of ignorant. When I was 16, 17, I thought, what is all the bullshit? Breaking is the
Mm,
best. All these other things is nothing. But you grow up, you get mature, and then you realize this everything is a part of it. So
yeah.
you cannot love this but hate this. This is
Hmm.
not possible. So you, of course, then you travel a lot. Yes, with
Hmm.
your dance. You remember the first time you got invited internationally?
I think it was, oh my God, it was either Hungary
Hmm.
or Spain. I don't remember. It was kind of something Eastern or it was in South. I
Was
don't
it as a
remember.
battle guest or as judge?
As a judge, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
your first time getting invited internationally was not dancing but judging.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Because before I was in any locking event or any event who had the locking category, I was always going, no matter
You've
if
been
I was
traveling by yourself, your own money,
most
everything.
of the time. Yeah, of course, sometimes when I had my car, when I turned
Yes.
18, I drove many uh, countries too, because yeah, I mean, you can't trust the Deutsche Bahn.
Yeah, oh
So
my God. Back then already.
yeah, that's why I never,
20
never.
years later still.
Oh my God. I mean, to Battle of the Year, we were taking the train and we slept at the train station because we were young and had no money. Everybody did this.
Everybody knows it.
But yeah, it was another time. So I prefer going everywhere by car. And then,
Yeah. And the first time as a battle guest, you remember when you got invited internationally?
oh my God, I don't remember. This is too long ago.
But is it in general more been about judging than participating?
Most of the time, yes. Yeah,
So
at
you
some
feel
point.
you always felt comfortable as a judge? You always wanted to do this also?
To be honest, I maybe shoot in my own leg right now, but I really don't like judging. I don't like that at all because I think this is such a relative culture. Like we can not be really judged by anybody, right? So we are all individuals. And sometimes I feel like I'm not having the position or the right to judge any person on this planet. Like if you feel it the way you do. And it took me also a long time until I understood myself and that I shouldn't ask everybody who's judging for some tips. Like you are taller, you're
Yeah.
smaller, you have different ears, you see different things
Yes.
in art than I do because this is art. And I don't know, I wouldn't say that I feel comfortable in judging. I'm just doing it and I try to do it the best way I can to
Right.
make it.
I mean, this is the right mindset. When you get a job, you do the best thing you can do, and that's a good outcome. And also, like you say, it's art. It's you can never be 100%. Of course, you can be if you know that this guy.
Yeah.
I say like this: when both dancers, because I also don't like to judge. So if you have two dancers and they have completely different style, and both are 100% clean, the level is
Yeah.
high. They try things, like everything. They check out every point. At the end of the
Mhm.
day, it's just what you like. It's just your taste. So you
Yeah.
can't say then I'm right, you're wrong, and that's it.
Exactly. It's not like in ballet or
Yes.
something.
So
So,
people hire you for your taste, because they see you have a good taste for yourself. You
yeah.
dance good. So I think this is also a very important point.
Yeah, definitely. So, of course, you have some very important points, but I also see sometimes when you judge with other people, not everybody has the same standards
Mhm.
which they go through. And when I also judge like choreography competitions, it's also part of this path.
Yes.
I understood like this is so much more professional, and we should also put some points to some things which are essential. So, especially in funk styles, we have to know these things. We have to know certain things which are major
Yeah.
to be called popping, locking, whatever.
Um,
And I think Storm is a great example. He with his book and also his like way of writing down all these kind of important informations and structures for
yeah.
proper judging to be more professional. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
this whole judging thing, this is phew, this yeah. I think the last 20 years now this got more important because we have so many events and competitions, and now with the Olympics
yeah.
and all of that, right?
Mhm.
So then also you had a big step in your career. You went to China to live there, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
When did you move and why?
So I was already like working a lot in Europe and yeah, as I said, after achieving all my personal goals for battlings and stuff, I always loved teaching. Like this was always something which, no offense to Chiro, to my first teacher, but he was not my locking teacher. So I never had a proper locking teacher. So it was always like practicing, jamming, and teach one kind of. And that's why it was very difficult for me to find. Yes, exactly. I was reading it. Um, I was always traveling to collect as many information as possible and come back to my village and write down everything and try to remember what XY person said. And then I, for myself, said, I want to make it easier for my future students. Like, give them proper information so they can make their own digging, but don't have such a long way as I had to.
Of course,
Exactly. And then,
struggle for them.
Hmm?
You
Sorry.
struggled for your students.
Exactly. Yes. And then, yeah, of course, I always did battles and all these kind of things and were on the biggest stages, like summer dance or like just the Frankensteins, whatever.
Mhm.
And it didn't fulfill me at all. Something I can tell you was missing. So I went to theater as well, and I worked in opera and musicals, like a creative director or a choreographer or actress. And I explored many things in those couple of years. And I was like, still, what do I want to do? Because Europe is Europe. And yeah, and suddenly, I got this request from somebody from who was in China, and he said, "Hey, there's Chinese people who are really interested in inviting you. So can you please give me the contact and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh shit, this is a sign. This was destiny." And then yeah, everything went super quick. I had to decide if I want to go to China for 4 months to teach, and had to quit my job because obviously I was working still in a lawyer's office besides my art, and thought, you know what, it's the time. And I'm young now, so let's just do it. It was 2000, end of 2016, 17, something like this.
So the proposal was come to
teaching.
teach for 4 months.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it was crazy because in my life, many circumstances have been occurred, and I thought, oh my God, if I leave, something might happen or whatever. So my mother was very sick at that time already, and I thought, should I leave or should I stay? But at the same time, I knew inside of myself that I need to leave. I need to do something more for myself.
You also need to be happy, huh?
Exactly. And then yeah, quit my job. And within 3 weeks, I think I applied for the visa and everything, and I left and never came back, basically.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you did you speak any Chinese before? Have you been to China before that?
It was my first time in Asia, actually. My very, very first time. Yeah.
And then 4 months, huh?
Yes. And
Planned 4 months.
yeah, exactly. But no, I didn't speak Chinese at all, but I was curious and interested. And yeah, I mean, you know that you travel so much within the dance scene, you
Yeah.
always meet so many different, diverse people. And I didn't have this fear of being kind of lost. I don't
So
know why.
so you know what day in the week you landed in China?
No, I don't remember.
You land on, let's say, Friday,
Yeah.
and then you had an apartment or a hotel, or where did you live?
Yeah, I got a apartment.
You
Yeah,
got it.
there.
They organized everything for you.
Yes,
Oh my
exactly.
God. So you come, you arrive, you go in your home.
And I got sick
Really?
because of the pollution. It was so bad. And
First
yeah,
day.
it was like after 3 days or something. And then yeah, I got showed around like everywhere, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it was so crazy. I was like, oh my God, this is another world. Like I entered a room, there were 100 popping dancers in one room, just practicing. In another room, I don't know, maybe 30 b-boys just practicing. In another room, 40 until 60 locking dancers. I was like,
How many days you had there before you started teaching?
I don't remember. I think maybe just a day or two, like Chinese
Ah,
people are
okay.
quick.
So like you come and you start like this.
Teach. Yeah,
The dance
exactly.
school, was it one of the biggest?
Yeah, it's the actually oldest and biggest international school in whole China for street dance. Like Super Dino, for example, he graduated there. One of the most famous poppers in whole
So
China.
that's a legit dance school with diplomas from the state, everything,
The
or what?
university, yeah.
Ah, crazy.
Yeah. And then yeah, that's it. So I started and I was teaching Monday to Friday from 8:30 until 6 p.m. all day. Like I had
10 hours.
yeah, like 4 classes
Four
per
classes, and one class was 90 minutes, or how long?
yeah. Hmm.
Four classes, 90 minutes.
Yes,
Monday till Friday.
every day.
Saturday, Sunday off.
Yes. So I
I
was strong, man. I was strong.
mean, when you look at the facts, this is like the perfect dancer life,
Yeah.
because you teach and practice also
Yes.
during that, and then at the weekends you're off and you can go battle.
Yes. It was exactly like this. Or you go party and do whatever. Yeah.
So we don't want to talk about now the exact financial numbers, but was the number they offered you also attractive?
Definitely. It was more respectful to the quality you bring, like really. And I think this was the most beautiful like gratitude you could have from a community, or like I mean, we always struggle here for like 15 euro per hour for a quality, you as a professional dancer
Uh,
with much experience. And there, it's just another world
do
because it's really
you
respected.
do you think you got paid more than the people who live there?
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
okay, okay, okay.
yeah.
So
Because
you had a nice life, let's say it like this. Of course, you're not
yeah,
millionaire, but you didn't have to hustle.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. It was very beautiful. And it
nice.
was actually also the first time in my life that I thought, wow, like I know my shit and I really like what I did, and I would never change anything else. I like all the experiences I did,
Mhm,
and I feel respected as a teacher and as a dancer because they see you and they really love good teaching. This
mhm.
is something super close.
So you
Yeah.
got good feedback from the students, I guess.
Yes, from everybody because I was traveling in different cities in China and provinces.
Ah,
So,
okay. So you're not stationed at one place. You traveled then?
I was teaching in one place in Beijing for Monday to Friday, and on the weekends I had other jobs. I was
Ah,
flying
nice.
on.
Nice.
Yeah,
So after how many weeks or months you realized, hey, I don't stay 4 months, I want to stay longer?
after 2 days, like really fast. Yes, man.
Really? After
Yeah,
two
like
days,
super quick. Yeah.
and you talk to them, hey, can we can we make it longer? Or you waited 4 months?
No, I wouldn't have this audacity. I was just
Yeah.
I just did my thing and I wanted to do the best thing I
Yes.
could do. So they know what they pay for, and this spoke for itself. Like
Mhm.
the recensions were the feedback was very good, and at the end they asked like, "Hey, could you please come back?" And then it turned out to become like 4 years, and I
Crazy.
went there 4 months or
From
5 months,
4 months to
came back for 1 month, and then went back again, and it was just the loop. I was only for a month in Europe sometimes, or 2 months, something like this.
so for the next 4 years, you've been like 10 months of the year you've been in China.
Mhm, exactly. And this was, yeah, it was just awesome, and I loved it, and
You see.
yeah, I really miss it actually. Like it
Oh,
was very
you
beautiful.
never, you told us you didn't speak, it's the first time to Asia, you don't speak Chinese. How was the communication with your students?
I had actually assistants who spoke a little English, but I am very interested in languages and stuff. So obviously, I mean, if you know didactics, if you know teaching, and if you know your shit,
Yeah,
you find ways to teach.
yeah.
So I did everything kind of so people really understood at some point, but obviously it was hard to speak about more like theory or history things because yeah,
The vocabulary is not there yet.
exactly. And also my students, sometimes they helped out and another assistant was there, but quickly I was also interested in learning Chinese, and then I learned some things which helped me to teach everywhere I was going. And then I took also lessons there, like private lessons in Chinese to learn and communicate more. Yeah.
What can you speak better, Chinese or your native language?
Oh, my native language. Yes, yes, definitely. Yeah.
Uh, so I guess you had some funny misunderstandings with your students,
Oh
right?
my God. Yes. Can I say one funny one?
Please tell me three.
My God, that was so funny. You know, in German, we say bye bye, like tschüss.
Bye bye.
So every time in the first months I was there, I always said, okay, guys, tschüss. Like, so they know a little German and, whatever. I'm a funny person. And then nobody reacted. They were just like, and then they left. And it was always very strange. Like, they were just like, bye. And then someday one girl came up to me, a student, and she was like, teacher, why do you always say tschüss? And I was like, oh, in German it means bye bye. I told you. And she was like, because in Chinese it means go die. Yes, that was so funny. So I told the students for over a month, go die.
Holy shit! Imagine these kids go home. The mother asks them, hey, how was it? Yeah, the teacher told me to die.
Oh my God, that was, I think I will forever remember this. This was really funny. Tschüss. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah. That was good. So yeah, we had some misunderstandings from time to time, but you
Crazy.
know,
Crazy.
wir sterben.
That's really nice. That's really nice. And then, of course, all this COVID shit happened. Oh, we lost her. She's
Sorry.
back. Then, of course, all this COVID shit happened, and then you came back, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, my visa got blocked and I didn't understand why. I was like, oh,
Mhm.
then I'll stay here for some time and check it later. And then COVID started and I couldn't go back. So all my stuff was back there. My apartment was there. Everything was there. And they had no teacher. And yes,
I mean, it was all of a sudden, right? It was not like,
yeah,
hey, Ina gonna leave us in 3 months.
mhm, exactly. Yeah, it was already planned. Like also my other like jobs I already agreed to, like for the future. So everything was turned upside down, and then I stayed, yeah, back here.
You went back to corporate job then?
No, I stayed still like freelance dancer,
Yeah.
and was teaching for 2 years, like online and stuff, and
Oh,
also for China. So they made also online programs for me,
okay,
which
nice.
was good. And I also had European private classes, so it was okay. The
Okay.
first year of COVID, I was actually happy. I was just chilling at home, and we all needed that at some point, to be honest. But the second year was getting harder, and I was like, oh shit, okay. So I went back to a lawyer's office to work there, and yeah, started rethinking if
Mhm,
I should go back in a like corporate job.
mhm, mhm. And then everything got settled back. No more COVID. You can travel again. But you decided to stay in Germany, right?
Yes, well, actually, China asked me again to come back, and my goal actually was moving there, like really for good and do all of this. But yeah, what can I say? Love got me, and then I stayed in
Ah,
Germany. Yes.
without love, where would you be now?
Yeah.
Na, na,
Like,
na.
is there a reaction? Here's a reaction.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, it's a good reason. This is maybe the one of the best reasons to stay. Yes.
Yep.
And nowadays, what you're up to? You still judging? You still teaching? You battling?
So I kind of lost interest in battling, to be
Yeah.
honest. I think COVID did a lot also with me that yeah, I just didn't have any specific goal anymore. And all the big events like Just Boo didn't exist at that time anymore. So like I did it, but then 2020 it stopped, and then blah blah blah, the whole story. And all the small events, it didn't give anything to me.
Okay.
So I just taught here, and I started like focusing more again on teaching local people, and didn't do any battles. And then sometimes I got some invitations for like judging, or like I started DJing as well in China. So
Hmm.
I got more into like music digging, but mostly also for clubbing and but yeah, I'm not practicing too much by myself anymore. I don't know. It's
Yeah, I think one of the last times I saw in Switzerland was in Lausanne, and you was the DJ there for the locking battle.
yes, exactly. Yeah.
Remember? Then you play like Russian funk, you play Italian funk, you
Yes.
play so much funk, but not US. You
Yes.
play other countries funk.
Yep.
That was really nice, really nice.
Thank you.
Also, nowadays you're an MC.
Well,
So
yeah.
how did you start MCing?
Actually, I started already in theater, and even way before, when we threw small events here and like the locals. And of course, you don't have that much money, so everybody helps each other out.
Yes.
And then I started hosting sometimes, but
Nice.
I didn't promote myself. And then in theater, I did like bigger productions as well, different kinds of productions where yeah, I was co-hosting, and I hosted bigger things. And I kind of liked it because I noticed that there's not many good hosts, except of you, obviously, because I know you for many years and you did it great. But also, one of the biggest ones was MC Nasty. I
Yeah.
always loved MC Nasty. And yeah, what's the name of again of the guy from Bell of the Year? Tricks. Yeah, that, I mean, screaming, but still, I love this kind of energy. If you're just a proper MC, if you know how to, you know, handle the people, and you can just like,
Mhm.
you're the heart of the whole thing at the same time, because people wouldn't know shit if you wouldn't be there. And yeah, I don't know, like since the past years, like 2 years, I think people notice this, I guess, that I like it, and I like being eloquent and also like showing it from another side, and not be like, yo, bro, what's up, bro? Yo, yo. I mean, this is one
There
thing,
is
but
a lot of people trying it. I don't call them hosts. Yeah.
exactly. And that's why it's also my own standards I wanted to fulfill. And I thought, you know what? It's cool, actually. Yes, why not? Like, let's do it. Either DJing or judging or hosting. Like, I like to provide anything which I have learned from this beautiful culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really quick judging people with their MC skills, and you're definitely not the type I'm calling out for being shit. So keep it going in. Keep it going. Actually, MC Tricks, 3 years into my MC career, I hosted with Tricks, and after that day, my whole hosting changed, and then I became better and better and better
Oh,
because
nice.
I learned the controlled chaos. Yeah. And and
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
learned that that I'm not hosting into a camera. I'm hosting to people.
Yeah.
They are a part of it. So I go to them, I look them in the eyes, talk with them in front of everybody, so I try to involve them too. So I
Yeah.
think this is the biggest thing I learned, involve the crowd properly, and then you also gonna do a good job. And also, I like to host how I like the host to host when I dance. Does that make
Exactly.
sense? Does
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. I love that too. And this is a very, very, very important
Mhm.
position. And people sometimes don't take it too serious. I wouldn't say that we did it when we were younger, when I did stuff, but I am a fan of quality.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, this is just something I pay a lot of attention to. And I love.
It's unfortunately uh it's not well looked at, let's say it like this. It doesn't have a big status in our culture. Like, you always hear events, oh, we have this DJ, we have this judges, we have this dancers and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
nowadays it gets more recognition, but in general, hosts don't get any love, and
Mhm.
for me, 100%, I always say when I host, the most important person is the DJ. Because if we have no music, we can dance and then we do athletic stuff and yes, so
Exactly.
but like you say, the host is the one who put everything together. Yeah. if
Exactly.
you if you just put your friend or just a famous rapper because he can rap, a rapper is not an MC, so
Mm.
not the same technique, it's not the same style, and I hate when the MCs make it about themselves, like,
Mhm.
I mean, dress properly, be yourself, be an
Yeah.
MC, but you're not throwing a concert. So,
I know
uh,
exactly what you mean.
um, number one thing, an MC is an amateur. This is the microphone, right? And he does this. Oh, yo, what's up? This is a sign for you amateur, you are not knowing what you're doing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Microphone has to live. Yeah. So you have to talk like this. Yes. You do this
Mhm.
when you're at the Wu-Tang concert and everybody goes crazy and Riza drops his part. Then he's gonna rap like this. But when you're in a hall with 100 people watching 60 dancers, then you talk like this. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's actually really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's and also please dress nice. Yes, don't dress like you're coming from your practice session. Yeah,
exactly.
people watch you. They see you. They see, you are telling me now what I'm gonna watch today and
Exactly.
what is happening. And if you look like a clown, nobody gonna take you serious. And then when you say, "Hey, make some noise," they're gonna make like, huh?
Exactly. You are again the all-time face of the event during the day. Like everybody just looks at you. Nobody knows the face of the DJ, but they remember
When
the
do you
sound.
the
Yeah.
people look at you? When do you scream? When was a good move? Like stuff like this.
Yeah.
When I start dancing, then okay, okay, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, Finish the MC.
Oh, good. Like, yeah, No, but I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at the end of the podcast, we always do our fave five. Yeah, where we talk about the fave five or things. Can be five, can be six, can be two, but it's called fave five. So let's see if we have five. Okay. First, fave five.
What?
Fave five. It's cool.
Dancers?
It's cool. Fave five. FF. Like because of this.
Dancers? What?
We start with B-boys. Yeah.
Mhm.
So Emio.
Oh yeah. Hong Ten. I really like Hong Ten.
Oh,
Yeah. I
nice.
really, really, really like Hong Ten. Yeah.
Yeah,
Super cool.
that's it. Hongten.
Oh, I thought one of those
Fave
five. I'm
five.
just kidding.
Fave five.
I like Menno. I
Yeah.
like his style.
Yes.
Um, Let me think. B-boy reveal and stripes,
Reveal.
both. Yeah.
Reveal. You're really my sister. Reveal is one of my all-time favorite. Ah, by the way, we have a podcast with him too, if you want to check it out.
Yeah. Say hi for me. Tell him
Now
that
it's
he.
now,
Yeah.
now it's too late. No, I can say.
Oh,
Okay, we
okay.
have one more.
Um, um, oh, Arthur from Germany. B-boy.
Patron.
Yeah, Arthur.
Oh, shout outs to the brother. Yes.
Yes, I really love his creativity, his style.
Really original. I
Yeah.
mean, his originality stands alone, so that's it.
Oh, and B-boy Cube.
Oh, Cube, yeah. New generation
Yes,
Germany, yes. I
definitely.
love
Yeah.
him. I love this guy. Shout outs to him too.
Yeah.
Your favorite five big girls.
Um, is it bad if I don't know the names all the time, but I
I
follow them
help
on
you.
Instagram?
I help you. I help you.
And oh my God, there is this
What moves does she
I
do?
think Colombian. ah, Damn. I'm very sorry. I don't want to be disrespectful.
Colombian. Ah, what's her name?
This Colombian girl, I don't remember. And also from Brazil, there's one.
Maya with the short hair.
Yes, yeah, Maya
Yeah.
is so dope. Um, oh my God, I'm very bad. Can
Tell
we?
me now how she looks and the moves, I can tell you.
She's very pretty. She's a very, very pretty Colombian B-girl with
Luma.
crazy. That's it. That's it.
So we
Um,
have Luma, we have Maya.
yeah, and from Japan, I love AT. Shout
Oh,
out to
yes.
AT. I love
Yes, from
you.
Finland.
Yes. Who was the Japanese B-girl?
Like the sister duo.
No, she's from Red Bull as well.
Ami.
Ami. Yeah, I really like Ami as
She
well.
won the gold medal.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's so
Nice.
far.
Nice.
Yeah, I really love style, like just
Yes.
yeah,
I mean, this is our dance is all about this style
yeah,
at the end of the day. If you don't have style,
recognition. Yeah,
it's not guile. So.
exactly. And yeah, you just recognize people by their crazy style, and that's something which sticks. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool.
Of course, also when you watch a full event with 100 battles, of course you remember also the winner, but most of the
Mhm.
time you remember moments. Maybe from the top
Yeah.
16, one guy catch the beat like crazy. So
Mm,
you talk about this rather than who won.
yeah.
Definitely character is always first.
Yes.
So, of course, your favorite five locking dancers.
Arvidos from Sweden,
Okay.
Willow from France, of course, Pilok. Um, I love, let me think. Like I think about people who really, 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 really catch me, and I'm like Loktan from Korea.
Oh,
He
nice.
has style and wow, crazy. Um, and Masato and Shio. Yeah.
Nice. I will have to research all of these guys. I'm not- But I
Yes.
will do that gladly. I love locking. And you know it. I always tell you when I see you. I have an idea. I want to do an event only locking and whacking.
Yes, I support
Because
you.
because all the people will have style and the music will be the best.
Oh yes, you will have outfits, you will have
Yes.
grace, you will
Yes.
have energy.
Yes.
That's all.
So if you want to steal my idea, please bring me as a host at least. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, your favorite five battles you battled.
Um, Lock City in China, the first event I won in China,
What year was that?
2017 or 18. It was the first year or the first year in China. Yeah, first year in China because
Nice.
it was very special to me.
Mhm.
Obviously, the Je sais Bou and also Ghetto Soul, which was the very first locking category I saw in Germany. And I was like, oh my God, I love the dance floor because it was the Schachbrett. How do you call it?
Checkered.
Yeah. Yeah. And this was the one major one. And Summer Dance Forever, I really loved. Like this was fun also battling. And What else? Actually, there's so many beautiful memories I have.
Mhm.
I think also um, KOD, KOD when we were going to Los Angeles because we
Nice.
won, and this was something very interesting and
Uh,
special as well.
KOD, were you in this edition when Sugar Ray danced?
No, the year before.
What year was that when Sugar Ray danced?
I don't remember. I think it was
Because I
while I was
think
kind of.
when if it's that year, they had. I tell this to so many people. Sugar Ray had the coolest entrance in a battle I ever see in my life. When they do the routine and then they open up and then he's coming like with his swag, like with the jacket. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's character. Yeah, yeah. It's very nice.
He could have went to the front, do this, and the round was finished.
Yes.
It's so cool. When I saw this, I went crazy. Nice. Five events you always wanted to go, but you never had the chance to go.
Oh, freestyle session. I
Yeah.
always wanted to be there. Outbreak Europe and
Mhm.
Yalta Summer Jam.
Alta, Alta.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, those ones definitely. And I haven't been at UK Bboy Championships yet.
Ah, you
I
did.
haven't been there, yeah. And maybe in Japan, Dance Delight was very like something on my radar when I thought, oh, I love it, it's cool, and but yeah, I think the rest, I think I visited everything so far. So,
That's
but
it.
those things, yeah.
And like you said, you traveled the world with your dance. Uh,
Ladies of Hip Hop in New York, I always wanted to go there too.
okay. Shout out to them.
Also nice. Yeah.
Five of the most beautiful cities you visited.
Beijing, Sevilla. I really love Sevilla. I love Seoul, Chengdu, Chinese cities, um, Moscow, Belarus,
Yeah.
um, yeah, Italy, like everything in Italy, I love, and Spain. So there's not one city, but yeah, those are the major things I remember. And I think Asia is very impressive. This was the thing which had my mind blown, like, wow, crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
So, what trip was the perfect trip you had? Everything went well, the travel, the food, the battle, the location. And what was the event, the battle you went where everything went wrong?
I, out of respect, I will not say any
You don't need
names
to say
of,
the name. You don't need to say
yeah.
it.
But of course, I had a couple events where yeah, the organization was pretty disrespectful, especially towards women. And
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
this is also but another subject. And yeah, there's plenty of them,
Okay, okay, okay.
especially when you're not an asshole and you're not egoistic and you're not like telling them what you want and you're the boss. Because I'm actually, I think, a pretty chill person,
You're a
and
nice person, yes.
I think people misuse this sometimes. So this happened to me, unfortunately, sometimes. But yeah, and great events. I have to really say that in Austria and Switzerland have been so far the best organizations. Like from bringing me to hosting me, the salary, like the schedules and stuff like this. Of course, there's always some small other things, but
Mhm.
I think from this way, definitely in Europe, Switzerland, and Austria. Um, Eastern European countries are super friendly and welcoming too. Like I also had very good experiences there.
Mhm.
Um, and of course in Asia, like they are very heartful people, very nice people. And
Oh, I love my
oh,
heart, my
one
heart.
second, I have to open the door.
Oh,
Just 1 second.
what? What? Two.
1 second. All right, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, and at the end, we built the perfect breakup. Yeah. So we have six categories to build the perfect breakup. We have top rock, we have
Mm-hmm.
work, we have power, we have freezes, we have flavor,
Mm-hmm.
and we have fashion.
Mm-hmm.
So we build the perfect breaker now. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Top rock. Who will you take?
I'm very honest. I don't know too many names, like really, like, that's why I don't want to, blame myself right now, but I'm not so good at this.
But you know the B-boys. You told me too many. You can
Yeah,
say,
yeah. I just, when I think in particular about top rocking, I don't know all the
okay,
names.
let's say, okay, we make it differently. So, because I'm a noob in locking, is there elements in locking?
Elements and locking, what do you
Like
mean?
in breaking, you have 4 elements. You have freezes, top rock, power move, and
Mhm.
freezes. Do you have elements in locking?
Of course, you have your basics. Yeah.
Okay, what are there some elements in
Like the lock,
okay,
the
lock. Then what we have next?
the point,
Point,
wrist roll,
wrist roll,
and pace, for
and pin.
example.
Okay. Now we choose a locking dancer for each of these, and we create the perfect locking dancer.
Okay.
But fashion.
Fashion, yes.
Fashion. Okay. This is good 5 categories?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So lock.
The strongest lock, P-lock.
You lock
Bah!
point.
Oh wow, there's actually very nice. Brother Bin from Korea.
In. Okay. Wrist roll.
Mm, wrist rolls, let me think. Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray.
Yeah, he does it very good. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Pace.
Arvidos.
Arvidos.
Yeah.
And last but not least, fashion.
Willow.
Below.
Yes.
So there we have the perfect locking dancer. Yeah. P-locks, locks, brother bins, points, sugar rays, wrist rolls. What is pace?
This bam, this
Ah, ah,
amazing. Yeah.
Arvidos. And the best fashion has Willow. Really,
Yes.
really nice. So yeah, thank you very much, Ina, for taking this wonderful time. We could have talked for 3 more hours, but life is lifing, and of course, sometime in the future, we would love to have you as a guest again. Yes.
Of course, with pleasure.
Any last words and shout outs from you?
Educate yourself. Always educate yourself. And sharing is caring. Each one teach one. And don't be ignorant. And you have all a responsibility in this culture where we are all guests and we always have to do our homework. We always have to stay up to date and also, network, and spread peace. That's what I can say.
Very nice. From my side, again, thank you for taking your time. We wish you nothing but the best for the future, Sister Ina. Yes. And for all the viewers, comment now who you want to see next. Yeah, thumbs up so the algorithm gets this video out. Yes. And you need to click on notification so you never miss a video because every Sunday we have a podcast for you. Yeah, you can watch here in the list all the podcast from season 11. We also had P-Lock, yeah, for all the guys and girls who want to watch more from locking. Yes. Also, you can support us on Patreon, yeah, monthly. And then you also get access future giveaways. And also, I have all the program for April ready for you. So if you become a patron, you will get all the podcasts from April already and don't have to wait every single Sunday for the podcast. Yes. Thanks to G-Shock. So the patrons, make sure to tune in with your favorite breaking news and origins with Popping Mike and Sir Swifty. And that was your favorite Bboy host with your favorite breaking show.
Peace.